foi tabua e o si sambe bu rekan roka adoro mo tabua anto tele taka na waronga na pula FM namba 2 ena ser
bola naga go ilimo do tele taka na FM na bo sa set to na pula FM
bola o tsempo ni valu ngone ni kandabu me mo kisa o ba chik na sinu ando tele taka bali na waronga na pula FM na bantu ena ser
o lorima na ga di suka lambasa to do tele taka na bola FM number 2 na ser
Bola FM number 2 en seri.
Good evening, this is FBC News. I'm Jackie Spade. In this bulletin, Fiji Airways announces new direct flight to San Francisco. Curran ready for new role in PM's office. And $256,000 bonus payout for port workers. Fiji Airways has added another route to its direct flights. Fijians will be able to fly directly to San Francisco from Nandi via Fiji Airways from June of next year. Ellen Stalls has more.
The new route was announced by Fiji Airways Chief Executive Andre Filiun in Suva today. Fiji Airways will operate the San Francisco service twice a week on Thursdays and Sundays.
As you know, we fly daily to Los Angeles. One of the challenges we had was whether we increase frequencies in Los Angeles seasonally or whether we go to a new destination. And we've chosen the new destination because that expands our footprint in a very, very important market.
However, it will operate in peak periods such as June, July, August and December and continue this pattern going forward. Civil Aviation Minister Ayaz Said Kayum says this will serve Fijians better.
We have a number of Pacific Islanders who live on the west coast of North America, including USA and Canada. So that particular basin captures that. That will obviously mean that with the direct flights from that area, you may actually now get more Fijians traveling.
Fiji Airways also announced its new airliner will arrive on December 29th.
Our new Airbus A330-300, which is the enhanced version of our 330s with 40 more seats and a mood lighting inside and a lot of other extras, will be flying from Hong Kong with our president on board, who will be bringing the aircraft to Fiji.
The sales for the special return fare of $1,999 to San Francisco begins today for the inaugural flight. Ellen Stalls, FBC News.
Fiji's outgoing High Commissioner to India, Yogesh Curran, is joining the civil service in January as the new permanent secretary to the Prime Minister's office. Curran, who is also accredited for 6 other nations, says it's been a wonderful and challenging experience in the diplomatic service. Eleanor Tarangaivu spoke to Curran this week.
After a 3-year stint in India and looking after Fiji's affairs in Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, Maldives, Afghanistan and Bhutan, Yogesh Curran is delving into a new arena.
I have witnessed a lot of developments, economic development, bilaterals, multilaterals. Coming back home with that experience and the exposure, I look forward to the challenge of the PS in Prime Minister's office. It's an honor for me.
For Yogesh Curran, being the lone face of Fiji to India and its 29 states has not been easy.
One has to be very active to be able to see and doing things. So this is the biggest challenge: how you penetrate, how you break the barriers, and network and collaborate with your colleagues, including the governments.
Before he leaves the post, Yogesh Curran hopes to finalize talks of Fiji being party to the International Solar Alliance, an initiative by the Indian government which aims to spread cheap solar technology across the globe.
There is a lot of support from India to assist us in terms of research, in terms of development and provision of manpower. And I'm expecting a proposal from the ministry very soon. And before I leave, I want to get this action.
Curran says there is a lot of potential in further cooperation with India in the field of agriculture, education, health services and medical care. He is expected to take up office at the PM's office in January. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
Fiji's High Commissioners to the United Kingdom and the United Arab Emirates were today commissioned at Government House. The two ambassadors, Chitoko Tikolevu and Kamlesh Prakash, took oath in presence of President Chiochi Kondrote. Ritika Pratap reports.
The two commissioners say they are ready for the challenge that lies ahead for the new posts they have assumed. Chitoko Tikolevu is the former chief executive of the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority, while Kamlesh Prakash is an academic.
Exposure that I've had in the government roles that I've had before, particularly in the Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority, whether it's trade, investment, finance. It's important as well to have that platform to build on. The foundation is important.
The previous life, the academia, we talk, we discuss, we give lectures. But now you have the real opportunity to be in the driver's seat, feel some of these things that you have read and talked about in your lectures and classrooms or written, assignments and theses on.
Tikolevu, who will be the ambassador for the UK, Ireland, Israel and Germany, says the recent heads of missions consultation has helped them get the feel of the new diplomatic posting. He says his aim is to explore relationships with other countries that can be strengthened.
If you look at the trade and investment, the diaspora, we are talking about 30,000 plus Fiji people that are there. So how can we effectively connect, re-engage to the community, and of course build on that. In terms of the link back home, how can they remit or save?
Kamlesh Prakash, who will be in charge of the UAE mission and accredited to 17 other nations, says he's happy that the government has shown confidence in him.
Opportunity to talk to institutions, countries, donor partners, expand the current networks, look into the existing memorandums of understanding and agreements that we have, and perhaps expand that and come with new partnerships.
Both ambassadors will fly to their respective missions next month. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
It will be a jolly Christmas for the staff of Fiji Ports Limited, as they will receive a collective bonus payout of over $256,000. Announcing the payout today, the Minister for Public Enterprise, Said Qayyum, says the company has progressed over the years and the staff at FPCL have played a pivotal role. Shireen Lata reports.
These staff at the Fiji Ports Corporation Limited have an added reason to celebrate this Christmas, as they will soon be rewarded for their hard work throughout the year. Even the relief workers will get bonus this year.
In many companies in the commercial sector, they don't pay bonuses to relief workers, the casual workers. But in this particular case, even the relief workers are being paid something more than what they take home as workers as part of their wages.
Said Qayyum says the FPCL has shown progress. The company managed to reduce a significant amount of debt from $17.9 million to $7.2 million. The minister says when the company's debt is reduced, it means the company has more ability to have more cash on its hands.
But the most important thing is that the port, whether upgraded or a new port, must be modern, it must be efficient, and it must be able to attract more ships to Fiji.
More than 206 staff at the Fiji Ports Corporation Limited will receive the bonus. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
Coming up after the break, wet and humid weather conditions likely for Christmas Day.
And I love Mirchi FM.
Hi, my name is Sonny from Canberra. I love listening Mirchi FM online.
मैं हूँ उर्मिला देवी आसियासी तावा से जितेन शांडिल को और अश्निल को तावा में लॉक कर दिया जाए.
हम लोग यहाँ से कतो में Mirchi FM सुनता है. Mirchi FM is hot.
I'm Shelly in Tanga Nursery. Mirchi music simply bindas in nursery.
मैं अशफाक वालिल हुसैन. Mirchi FM मेरे नस में.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. 2015 has been a challenging year for town and municipal councils around the country. Speaking at the joint award ceremony for the Ministry of Local Government in Suva last night, Minister Parveen Kumar says they've been hit hard with climate change. Akusita Thale was at the event and files this report.
Municipal administrators, town and city councils have been commended for their hard work to keeping 2015 a year of development. Climate change and the change in weather patterns have been identified as one area that has kept municipal workers on the go.
The Central Division experienced a lot of rain, compelling municipalities in the division to walk the extra miles to clean and maintain drains and waterways. For the Western and Northern Division, there was extreme dry weather pattern, drowning the landscape, bringing about challenges to cope with a dry climate in maintaining its gardens, parks and vegetation.
The councils and administrators have been reminded to continue working with the community on the upkeep of cities and towns.
The participation of the communities instilled in our citizens a sense of responsibility, contribution and more importantly, the civic pride that will inspire them to ensure that their city-town is an attractive and enjoyable area to walk and live in.
Towns and city councils have also been reminded to improve and work on the industrial drains of some of the big industries, the provision of suitable recreation equipment in all neighborhoods, proper maintenance of public open space, and improvement on the state and cleanliness of buildings in the town center. More than 10 awards were handed out last night, recognizing the efforts contributed by town councils and individuals throughout the year. Akusita Thale, FBC News.
It will be a wet and humid Christmas for the Central, Eastern and Northern divisions as a trough of low pressure will bring in rain that will persist until the weekend. Madhyam Bolaitamana spoke to the weatherman, Director Meteorology, Ravin Kumar today.
While the heavy rain warning for the Fiji group has been lifted ahead of Christmas Day, it may still be gloomy in at least 3 divisions this weekend.
And especially in the eastern side and the northern side. The course of few days, we still expect rains to come, especially in the eastern parts, as the southeasterly winds are still prevailing and they are persistent. So we expect the members of the public to be moving from one place to another during this festive season and encourage the members of the public to be aware of the weather situation as this festive season comes around.
The weatherman has also cautioned those travelling to maritime regions to monitor weather reports and keep themselves updated.
Mariners, it is advisable for them to take heed of the weather forecast as well as the marine weather forecast when they are moving from one place to the other, as the weather can change at any time.
The Western Division hasn't been spared from the heavy downpour over the last few days. This has been a welcome relief from the prolonged dry spell over the past 16 months. Madhyam Bolaitamana, FBC News.
With an influx of people flocking to our shores in the past few weeks, Airports Fiji Limited has expanded its resources to ensure smooth operations at the Nandi International Airport. AFL made this accommodation amidst the ongoing refurbishment, renovation and extension of the facility. Chief Executive Faiz Khan says passenger traffic increases during festive season and everything is going according to plan.
This is one of the peak periods that we experience during Christmas. A lot of the locals return to Fiji during the Christmas season as well, in addition to a number of tourists that come to Fiji during the Christmas and New Year holidays.
Khan says they still expect the airport upgrades project to be completed by September 2016. 2 days before Christmas, and oh, what a rush. Presents need wrapping, gifts need purchasing, cookies and Christmas desserts need baking or buying. FBC News caught up today with an avid baker and his sweet treats. While most teenagers are out catching up with friends or assisting with Christmas preparations at home, 18-year-old Gabby Chiare of Sweet Endings Fiji Bakery has been busy baking up a storm this festive season.
Usually every year I'm in charge of doing things for Christmas, so my mom leaves everything to me. So I usually look at a lot of stuffs, and by looking at a lot of stuffs, I look at other things just to make sure that the things that we put out are different.
Chiare says it took a week to plan and a day to execute everything. His list include Christmas cinnamon cookies,
Christmas bourbon snowballs, and his signature heavy fruitcake, which he saves especially for the festive season.
Christmas is the spirit of giving, so for us, we usually have Christmas in the bakery. So basically, our Christmas is making other people happy.
With a number of orders settled and just a few more treats up for grabs at their MHCC Pizza Mia outlet, Chare and Team Sweet Endings are thrilled to be spreading the spirit of Christmas in their own unique way.
Merry Christmas!
We have sports up next. Here's Jamie now with the latest.
Thank you, Jackie, and good evening. Coming up in sports, PGFA says 2015 has been one of its best. And 14-year-old Harina Eresito ready to fly Fiji's flag at under-17 football competition. We'll have these stories and more after the break.
I'm Duri from Nasinu Market. My choice is simple, Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Yvonne. I'm from Nandi. I love Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
Sayandra, my name is Sunny. Only the Gold FM at Golden Point Resort, Raki Raki.
Hi, I'm Anna of Nasinu. When it comes to a radio, my choice is always Gold FM. Only the classic hits.
My name is Anna and I'm from Nandi. I love listening to Gold FM. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Fiji Football Association is satisfied with its achievements of 2015, from playing at their first FIFA World Cup to qualifying for its inaugural Olympic Games. It was a very busy year for the association. Rohit Deo has more.
The Fiji Football Association had a busy 12 months with international tournaments, and this was the year that can be classed as the best in terms of achievements.
It was a very successful season for Fiji FA. As far as we are concerned, we qualified for the Under-20 World Cup also, and then we also qualified for the Rio Olympics. So in terms of reaching milestones, we have achieved in for long term that Fiji FA in the 76-year history have not reached.
With some changes in the technical and operational areas, the association has come a long way from where it stood at the beginning of the year. With all effort being put into head football into the right direction, Patel has assured the public that they will continue working hard for the fans.
We are moving in the right direction and everything, and this is something very positive for the soccer-loving fans. And at the same time, ranking needed to be improved and everything. We did some international matches and we improved the ranking.
Some of the major events on Fiji FA's calendar for next year are the men's and women's under-17 OFC playoffs, the Nations Cup for the national team, OFC futsal playoffs, and of course the Olympic Games for the under-23 side. Fiji football is currently ranked 186 in the world. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Harina Eresito is the youngest to be selected in the Fiji under-17 football side, preparing for the upcoming OFC Women's Championships qualifiers next month. The squad has been camping at the Bar Football Academy since the beginning of the school holidays, and Eresito says she is ready to give her all for Fiji. Josephine Navula with more.
Being selected to represent the nation in sports is nothing new for this Year 9 student of Natambua High School. However, Harina Eresito says being given the opportunity to don the under-17 women's football jumper is a grand achievement.
Really proud of myself because this is not like my first time playing for the under-17. I also played for the under-18 national team for the rugby. We went for the Commonwealth.
Eresito adds that her success would not have been possible without her family support.
My family always pushes me hard. They always tell me you have to go on the field and give all your best because you only got one chance to represent the country because you don't know when will be the next time you will represent your country.
Fiji Women's Football Director Susan Wise says they have selected the right combination of players for the tournament.
The makeup of the team is from 14 to 16 years old. And the youngest is 14. The majority of the players are from Bar.
Eresito is one of the 22 players that will represent the nation in competing at the OFC Under-17 Women's Championship that will be held in Cook Islands. Josephine Navula, FBC Sports.
The Samoa Rugby Union has appointed a new national coach after Stephen Betham resigned at the end of this year's Rugby World Cup. In all, Samoa is currently ranked 15th by World Rugby. Former All Black Nick Evans has signed a new deal at English club Harlequins at the age of 35. Evans is also the leading point scorer in the English Premiership this season. Champion surfer Kelly Slater has taken the ultimate ride on what he's describing as the first truly world-class human-made wave. 11-time world champion Slater said he would be providing more details in the coming weeks. That's it from Sports Tonight. Jack is up next with business.
The Fiji National Provident Fund has increased its shares in the Amalgamated Telecom Holdings Limited to 72.6% from the initial 58.3%. This after FMPF purchased $74.2 million worth of government shares in ATH yesterday. The government divested more than half its shares, thereby reducing its shareholding from 34.6% to 17.3%. Due to divestment being executed via special crossing, the current market price of ATH shares will remain unchanged at $1.25 per share. Unit Trust of Fiji Limited shareholding increases from 2.1% to 4.6%. Vendors at the supermarket say the prices paid to farmers for produce has shot up, but this increase hasn't been passed on to customers. Just days away from Christmas, some vendors say they're not making much profit. Shriti Prasad has more.
What should be a busy market floor full of customers is relatively empty just 3 days away from Christmas. Some market vendors say with higher prices from farmers and relatively slow business, they don't hold much hope for a good Christmas this year.
We get the price from a very expensive prices from the producers. So, and from that price, we're going to top up our prices.
By our produce, we want to sell it in cheap price, so like our customers can afford it, because even now we're buying a bundle of dal for $35, and some of our customers, they can afford that. Yeah?
Judging from the prices tags on most of the produce, there hasn't been a spike in items usually sought after for a big Christmas feast. Dalo was selling at $12 a bundle, cassava was $3 a heap, while tomatoes were also at $2. The few shoppers that we found had mixed views about the prices.
I'm always be coming to do my marketing here in Suva, and actually what I saw here in Suva today is very expensive.
Thankful that the prices are still the same, and there's no increase since I've been buying from the market ever since.
Vendors are hoping that more customers will turn in few days remaining until Christmas. Shriti Prasad, FBC News.
The NZ Bank today announced a joint account winner, Mr. Peter and Mrs. Teresa Leverstam of Fiji, as the fourth and final winner of the Pacific Mega Campaign Quarterly Prize. The joint account was drawn out of 434 entries received over the last 3 months. With the theme Rewarding Relationships with ANZ, the 12-month Pacific Mega Campaign provides ANZ customers in the region with a chance to enter a draw to win 25,000 Australian dollars every 3 months. A total of $100,000 in prize money was awarded for banking with ANZ throughout the year. A southeasterly wind flow prevails over Fiji. Meanwhile, a trough of low pressure is approaching the group from the west. Looking at temperatures, Lambasa was the warmest today with a temperature of 33 degrees. Ba, Lautoka and Nandi close behind on 32. Sabu was on 30 degrees and Supa was the coolest at 29. Occasional showers tomorrow, heavy at times over the eastern and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, cloudy periods with isolated showers, especially during the afternoons or evenings. And the further outlook is for Christmas Day on Friday. If you are making plans, forecast is for occasional showers. And recapping our main stories tonight, Fiji Airways will fly direct to San Francisco from Nadi from June next year. Fiji's outgoing High Commissioner to India, Yogesh Karan, is ready for the new role as Permanent Secretary to the Prime Minister's office and expect wet and humid weather on Christmas Day. Now to our poll question for this week, we are asking, do we have the right caliber of permanent secretaries? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. You've been watching FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate. Bye for now.
Hi, my name's Liviana Valentine. I'm from Nandi and Today FM rocks.
My name is Ateva. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Krish. I'm from Tava. I like listening to Big Breakfast. Today FM rocks.
I'm Juliana. I'm from Nautaka and I like listening to Today FM.
Hi, my name is Chelly. I live in Arere. Today FM rocks my grog and lollipop.
Bola, my name is So. I'm from Navua. I like listening to Today's FM.
Bola, my name is Asilika from Raki Raki and Today FM rocks with my flip-flops.
Today's hit music on Today FM.